Good evening, Strong Island, New York, and the rest of America. Welcome back to the Robbie Rage Show. I'm your host, Robbie Rage, and the reason for tonight's episode, we're going to be speaking about GMOs and the March Against Monsanto. Now, have you heard about this? Because it's pretty serious, and I'm pretty sure you should be Googling it right now. Terms like GMO and GE and modified foods are all things that should really be part of everyday vocabulary, but unfortunately they're not. And the reason you're just hearing about them now is because we're making a stink about it. Companies like Monsanto and Dow AgroSciences putting insecticides, pesticides, and all kinds of chemicals in the food we consume on a daily basis. Up to 80% of the foods you see in your supermarket have some kind of poison in them. And the fact that these foods have only been around since like '92 in the mainstream and that we've been consuming them, we're not really sure about what's going to happen to us because they haven't been around that long. You know, they weren't tested a lot beforehand, and then they're testing it basically on us. All right, let's take a look at some of our favorite foods that we've been eating since we were born that are producing GMOs. Companies like Coca-Cola, Kraft, Monsanto, Dow Agro. Yeah, I could go on and on and on. Pretty much any food you pick up in the supermarket has got poison GMO in it. How many people were involved in this March Against Monsanto on Saturday, May 25th? Hundreds of thousands. Almost 40 countries. Every city in America, every little small town, every little farm town was out marching against this. You want to know why? Because 64 countries already banned it. Okay, this is not a conspiracy theory for all you denial theorists. It's called a reality theory because it's what's really going on. And if you don't want to pay attention to it and you want to keep eating that crap you keep eating every day that you call food, go ahead. Poison yourself. Enjoy, man. Go feed your kids that shit. You all want to, Mom, I'm dying here and shit my pants. That's because you're eating poison, okay? Now, if you like that, that's cool. But really what you should be doing is trying some other alternative food sources and say no to the GMO. No GMO! No GMO! SOS! Save our seas! No GMO! Let's get into the whole political side of the Monsanto debate, because this you're gonna love, man. This is hysterical shit. Check this out. Now, two former lawyers whose biggest clients were Monsanto, now one of them works for the FDA as Deputy Food Commissioner, and one of them is our Supreme Court Justice. Who are they? Let's speak about who they are. The first guy who works for the FDA, his name's Michael Taylor, okay? Who basically set up and let Monsanto bypass every law out there, including the Delaney Clause, which didn't allow, carcinogenic materials into our food. What was the other lawyer who is now a Supreme Court Justice? Are you kidding me? Clarence Thomas, a dude that's never voted against Monsanto. I think there's about 9 cases so far that came up, and so far, what'd he say? Oh, I vote against the people because it's all for Monsanto. The dudes that are paying my salary, my kids' colleges. You happy with this? Are you the people happy with paying all your taxes to a fucking corporation that's poisoning you and feeding you garbage? And then when you go and try to fight them, they shut you down. You know why? Because you ain't part of the system. You're the sucker. And Clarence Thomas says F you, and Taylor says F you, and so does everybody. So enjoy your poison, suckers. Yo, for all my little fucking brothers and sisters out there that were born in the fucking 70s, and we had people that were fucking from Vietnam, and all of our fathers and uncles and older brothers maybe that went to Vietnam, we always heard stories about this chemical called Agent Orange. Pretty fucking wicked shit, man. Not only did it fucking cause so many fucking deaths, to the native inhabitants of Vietnam and, the plants and the animals and all that shit over there, it fucking killed our soldiers. It made our soldiers come back with some fucking crazy shit. Who's the company that made Agent Orange? Monsanto, man. And it's pretty fucking sad, man. But now what are they doing? They own the food supply. They own the food supply, man. Let's think about that. Agent Orange, the companies that make Agent Orange own the food. Not only do they make Agent Orange, they make the major pesticides that are killing all the bugs in all of our lawns if you use that crap. Things like Roundup, man. What is Roundup? Roundup is the actual ingredient and pesticide. That's the pesticide that's in our food. Wicked chemical, banned 64 countries all over the world, not allowed. But for some reason, it's allowed here. Why? Because our senators are getting paid off, all right? And I'll tell you why. 2 days ago, before the Monsanto March, they passed a bill saying they don't gotta label GMOs in the food. This is just bad shit, man. It's something we don't want in our food supply, and it's the reason that companies and countries all across Europe, man, I mean places like France, Hungary, certain Asian countries and certain Middle Eastern countries and certain, Africa, they're burning GMO crops to the ground. They're burning these fields to the ground. They're like, oh shit, you told us it was good. You said it was going to be good for the soil to put Roundup in there. No negative effects. But guess what? We lied to you. Fuck you. Just like they always do, right? Yeah, good. So guess what? They got the fuck you instead. They got their shit burned to the ground. What the hell are we doing over here? We're caught. It's doing nothing. I'm not saying burn it down, but all I'm saying is that we got to step up our act a little and get a little more hostile with the courts, with our senators. We got to start bouncing these motherfuckers out on their ass to get what we want. And it's not something selfish. What we want is food, real food. Not asking for a lot here, just asking not to be poisoned when I'm getting fed. How about you? Huh? You know what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? Let's do this. Come on, baby, get some. Let's check out some of the chemicals that are inside these herbicides, all right? One of these chemicals being glyphosate. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. I know I haven't heard of it until I started reading the labels on the backs of some of these Roundups and these pesticides and whatnot. And it's a pretty wicked chemical. And it's so wicked that countries like France kicked it out. They said, you got to get it out of the country now. It's going to poison our soil, because Monsanto told them, don't worry, it's not going to poison your soil. It's good for your soil. It will regenerate. It will help. It's not bad. But it's a killer for the soil, man. It's a murderer. Okay, bam. French courts rule, no good, get it out. Monsanto has to take him home. Bye-bye, get the fuck out. So what do? Monsanto comes back, appeals the next court. Brings another case up. We want to, they just got to sell their poison to you. They got to make sure France got their poison too. So, what happened? France kicked it out again. That's 2 times for France, man. 2-0 for France. You go, France. Bam. Now, I'd like to take it a step back a little bit and discuss my transformation from eating GMOs and all these poison foods and sodas and high fructose corn syrups and products with aspartame in it to absolutely and totally going organic. I lost almost 19 pounds in the last month just eating healthy. I mean organic, man, and regulated organic. Not stuff that just says organic. You want to check your sources. Always check your sources. That's the only thing I can tell you to do, is just make sure that what you're getting is what it says. All right, everybody, you ready for the Robbie Rage Challenge of the Week? I know you are, because this is what the challenge is. I challenge every one of you to go organic for 1 week, man. 1 week, that's all. Very easy, okay? Put down all that crap you got in your refrigerator, because believe me, it's not gonna go bad. All that stuff in the cupboards, all that stuff in the cabinets, it's got so many fucking preservatives in there, that shit can last for like 3 months, okay? So you're not gonna lose your food. No, lose my milk. No, you're not. Stick it back in the corner for 1 week. That's it. Go organic. And I mean across the board, everything. Milk, eggs, cheese, cereal. For you, for the kids, oh, you can't find cereals? Let me tell you something. They got chocolate cocoa crispies, corn flakes, fruity ass pebbles with real fruit. They got all kinds of dried fruit cereals. They got real peaches, real organic stuff in cans. They got everything. You just gotta pay a couple cents more. So get rid of some of the fat foods you've been eating, some of the garbage you feed your kids, get rid of some of that McDonald's for the week. You know what? Guess what? This week, you're not getting Happy Meals, kids, alright? You're getting organic fucking cheeseburgers. Do it, and let me tell you something. You're gonna notice a huge difference, and you're gonna feel a lot better. You owe it to yourself, man. You owe it to your wife. You owe it to your husband. You owe it to your kids. You owe it to your family, man. Just check it out. It's an awesome feeling, man. I did it. I didn't think it was going to work because, like I said, the first couple of days I didn't feel good. It was a little off. I had a little funny feeling. But once you get past that initial couple of days, you're going to realize it's the best thing you ever did, hands down. And you're going to notice such an amazing increase in energy, stamina, just everything, man. Your weight's gone. You can walk up the stairs better. Your joints don't hurt. everything, bro. Get rid of the soda, get rid of the GMOs, start fresh, go organic, and you can replace everything item for item in your cupboard. That's the challenge. I want to hear back from all you on how it goes. Post me on all your results. Thank you guys for watching again. Once again, have a great Memorial Day. Thank you to all the veterans and brothers and sisters out there that let me do what I'm able to do and let all of us have our freedom.